Alright. Here we are. So, hello, everyone that's already here. I did see a couple of people. Yep. Got some people over here, surprisingly. So, today I'm going to be streaming some of my upcoming gameplay mod for Doom, named Satanic Gameshow Deluxe. So, Satanic Gameshow Deluxe is, like I said, a gameplay mod for Doom that I've been working on over the past just under 2 months, I believe. So this stream is basically gonna be me demonstrating the mod, how things in it work, and doing some playtesting while I'm at it, because why not? So, now before I get into this, a couple of disclaimers, or one disclaimer I wanna say. Now obviously, this is nowhere near being finished yet. Anything that you see here on this stream today is subject to change. And I haven't even implemented everything yet. Like the visual elements, like the HUD, I haven't even started working on that. But as far as gameplay elements, everything on that side of things has been fully implemented. At least everything that I planned thus far. So, let's just jump right into it. So we're gonna be playing through just basic as Doom 2 on ultra violence, because why not? The HUD is kinda small. Let me see if I can scale that up real quick. There we go. So the core feature set in Satanic Gameshow Deluxe consists of basically 2 things. First off, we have what I call the feat-based weapon upgrade system, meaning that essentially by killing a certain number of a specific enemy, you get one of the 13 weapon upgrades. So there's 39 feats in total, so that makes 3 different methods to acquire each upgrade. Just kill these guys real quick. And the second thing, the second core feature in Satanic Gameshow Deluxe is rack-style finishers, which I believe hasn't been done in a Doom gameplay mod before. Do correct me if I'm wrong though. So basically how the finishers work is that upon killing an enemy, you get a certain number of so-called finisher tokens, and the number of those tokens that you get depends on the enemy type. Like, each enemy type has a certain number of finisher tokens that they give to you, the player, upon dying. And once you reach a certain threshold with said finisher tokens, you can unleash a special attack. which basically uses up their finisher tokens. And each weapon, with the exception of the BFG replacement, has 3 different finishers. So there's essentially 3 different levels of finishers. And the more finisher tokens you get, the more devastating the special attack is, as in the more powerful the finisher is. By the way, I forgot to do one thing. Let me SGD debug mode 1. Just so that you can see how the finisher tokens work. So if you're paying close attention, there is now a number in the top left corner of the screen. That's 0 at the moment. That's essentially counting our finisher tokens at the moment. And it's basically hidden behind a debug C bar at this point, but in the final version there's gonna be a proper meter that like counts your finisher tokens. So and as you may be able to see that the finisher tokens decay over time, so you need to make sure to rack up the tokens fairly quickly. Now, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate the finishers at least in the first level, but I might be able to. I might be able to demonstrate the rifle's level 1 finisher on the next level, at the very least. Let's get some secrets. Missing an enemy somewhere. Oh yeah. This one. And upon exiting the level, obviously all of your finisher tokens get reset, so you can't carry them over to the next level to unleash a finisher right upon entering the next level, because that just wouldn't be fun, you know. In addition to your finisher tokens, it resets your entire inventory. So there are a few custom power-ups as well. The first one we stumble upon in the next level. And it's a pretty fun one, let me tell you. I just implemented it today. And yeah, it's pretty fun, like I said. Wow, jeez. dead here. There was some health back here, yeah. Alright. Slightly safer. Also, yeah, custom weapons, as you can see. Alright. So that was the rifle's level 1 finisher. As you saw right there. Alright, so here we're gonna stumble upon our first custom power-up. In just a moment. And yeah, it takes fairly long before you acquire the first upgrades. At least on the base Doom 2 game. Okay, so here's our first custom power-up. This is the Holy Water Grenade. And it's basically exactly what it sounds like. Kind of fucked up that shot, but whatever. Anyway, so how the Holy Water Grenade works is that you throw it. It basically acts like a grenade. As the name says. Yeah, so it's basically like a grenade. Throw it, and it explodes, leaving a pool of holy water that, if the enemies walk into, they'll take damage and be infected. Alright, so we got our first upgrade, the rifle accuracy increase. Not sure how well I'll be able to demonstrate it here, but we'll see. We'll see. Was there anything on this level? I don't think so. Also, the enemies have been beefed up in varying ways. In case you didn't notice already. Most of the projectile-based enemies, for instance, they fire faster projectiles now. For instance, the imp fireballs are 50% faster. The Revenant rockets are twice as fast as they are in the vanilla game. And other such things. The Pinkies and Spectres are overall faster and more aggressive. Quicker to bite you. The chain gunners have a slightly faster fire rate, but so as to sort of make up for that, they have a bit of a wind-up with their attack, so they're not necessarily quite as dangerous. So if you heard that little what sound, that's basically the minigun wind-up. And the attack wind-up time for the chain gunners is the same as the minigun that the player can have with the upgraded wind-up time. Because there is, in fact, like a wind-up time reduction upgrade for the minigun, which brings the wind-up time from about 1.25 seconds to just under a second, which is pretty helpful. Also, the projectiles spawn trails now. A cool little visual tweak. Ow. Ow. By the way, if you're paying attention to the flashing text at the bottom of the screen, that's basically a message that lets you know that a finisher is ready to use, and it also indicates the level of the finisher that you can use. At the moment there's basically 3 different options for that message. You can have it completely turned off, or you can have it so that the message doesn't show the button prompt. And finally there's an option to show the full message with the button prompt as well. I might have some more customizability for it in the final version of the mod. No promises though. So that was the level 2 finisher of the bazooka. which basically fires 5 homing rockets, although I'm not entirely sure how well they home in their targets. But either way. So the level 1 finisher for the bazooka is a similar attack, only it fires 3 homing rockets instead of 5. And the level 2 finisher is the 5 homing rockets, and the level 3 finisher for the bazooka is basically an energy strike, which is one of my favorite finishers in the mod, I'm gonna say. Okay, the crusher. Yep, this is where we encounter our first. Okay, so come on. Thank you. So if you paid attention right there, the Revenant rockets are way faster than usual now. And they also weave. But to make up for that particular change, I took out the homing ability of the Revenant rockets, so they're not quite as annoying. Okay, so this area should be where we get our next upgrade. Oh. He's not dying fast enough. There we go. Right. Yep. Hold on a sec, though. Did I already? I didn't. Must be a bug. Well, that's what this stream is for. Finding bugs to fix, as well as demonstrating how the mod works. Right, so about the feed system. Essentially how that works is, in a similar fashion to the finisher tokens, once you kill an enemy, the enemy gives you an inventory item that's basically counting how many of that enemy you've killed. And there's basically a script that loops, like, for every single frame, almost. That's checking if the number of the so-called, I don't even know what I'd call them, but it's basically the script checks if the number of enemies you've killed is equal to the requirement to get a specific upgrade. And if it is, you get the upgrade. I should be able to show you the... Yep, there we go. The finisher for the double barrel shotgun. Now the finisher for the double barrel shotgun is basically the same kind of thing for every level of the finisher. But the catch is that depending on the level of the finisher that you use, you get a specific number of a like a damage scaler item into your inventory. So if it's a level 1 finisher, you get 1 power. Level 2, you get 2. Level 3, you get 3. Simple shit, basically. And it scales the damage of the finisher according to how many of those items you have in your inventory. And I just died. And once the finisher ends, basically it clears those items out, so as to avoid accidental stacking for consecutive finishers with the double barrel shotgun. So yeah, let's try this again. Shall we? Oops. That should be enough to... Yep, she is dead. I think I'll go till like map 10. This stream. Yep. Stupid fucking mouse. It's not even that old either. Bought it like sometime last year. But it's already active. I love technology. And they are dead. Much like me. Except not exactly. I will be at this rate. As in if I keep playing like so less. Why am I playing so badly suddenly? Get over here. Rocket launcher. It solves everything. Alright, fuck it. I'll just... I was close enough to the exit anyway. Right, so here's the holy water grenade in. Let's see if I can... not fuck this up this time. Also, the holy water grenade replaces the partial invisibility. Yes, so the holy water grenade essentially stuns enemies. And zombies are especially weak against it. They take like 50% more damage as opposed to demon enemies from the holy water grenade. Oh, I'm out of rockets, okay. Oh. Also, you may have seen this at a quick glance. This is the field med pack, which replaces the berserk. It functions in basically the same way as the whatever that thing was called in Duke Nukem 3D. You know, the like the reusable medikit that gives you basically tops up your health. Oh. Forgot I had the med pack equipped. Instead of the whole water grenade. But yeah. I'm honestly just out of things to say for the time being, so... Oh, I don't know, I might just fucking warp to level 10. Or 8. If I'm seriously doing this badly. Anyway, yeah, so the air drones have been slightly beefed up as well. Now their projectiles aren't any faster. They have the same speed as usual, but the aeroplanes themselves have a slightly faster fire rate. Makes them a bit more of a threat. Oh my god, can I do this? Might just be able to. With the last one? Almost. Oh yeah, I did demonstrate for flamethrower. Shit. Oh yeah. It's a flamethrower, not it. Alright. Do a tiny bit of this level to just demonstrate one power up. And then I'll just warp to level 10 to show one more thing and then call it a stream. Now this thing, this glowing red evil orb, is the Demonizer power-up. Replaces the invulnerability, and basically the Demonizer power-up, when you use it, does this. Yeah, so the Demonizer power-up basically turns you into a killing machine for a few minutes. Basically you turn... Also that was the level 3 finisher of the Zoo. One of the more satisfying finishers, if I do say so myself. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So the Demonizer power-up basically it gives you more speed, you move about 25% faster, you're immune to almost all damage except holy water. So if you happen to have a holy water pool lying around somewhere, be careful. Be extremely careful not to stumble into it. But yeah, you're about 25% faster. Actually, you're exactly 25% faster. You're immune to almost all damage. And and each of your punches, while you're under the effect of the Demonizer power-up, does 500 damage. So what that means is that it takes only 8 punches and probably less than 2 seconds to down a Cyber Demon. Right, so there's one more thing I want to show, and that would be in map 10. Hopefully this doesn't go too horribly. Oh, there's a pain element, jeez. Not very familiar with Doomstorm Ultraviolence, because I've never played it before. Though I did finish a 100% playthrough and heard me plenty some time ago. I think it was it last month or... Yeah, it must have been sometime last month. Now if I could just remember where the thing is... Right, it's over here. Ah, fuck! Where is it? Where is it? Actually, is it over there? I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. Let me just do the QD. And let's go looking for love. Not exactly that. No, it wasn't over here. My bad. Yeah, why not? No, it should be over here. Hold on. Yeah, it is over there. The Argent rifle, okay. So the BFG has been replaced with basically a random spawner that spawns one of two weapons. It can spawn either the Argent rifle, which I just got, or the Dark Matter Cannon. And out of those two, the Dark Matter Cannon is essentially the true BFG replacement, so to say. And the Argent rifle is just another weapon, basically. Now the Argent rifle works on a cooldown system, meaning that it doesn't take any ammo per se, but rather, as you shoot it, instead of going down, the counter goes up. And if it reaches a certain point, the Argent rifle stops firing and has to essentially cool down for a moment before you can fire it again. Fuck, it's noisy here. Anyway, yeah, and there's also a power-up to basically speed up the cooldown of the Argent rifle, because it's pretty slow to begin with. But even then the cooldown upgrade takes like either 10 Cyber Demon kills, or 10 Spider Mastermind kills, or I believe 50 Archvile kills was the last one. So those are the 3 ways that you can get the Argent rifle cooldown upgrade. Let me actually show the Dark Matter Cannon real quick as well. Let's see. No, that's the Argent rifle again. There we go. So just a quick demonstration of the Dark Matter Cannon, and then the stream will end. Let's turn in Gallic mode. Wait for a good number of enemies to spawn, which might take a while. Also, don't get trapped, preferably. Yeah, that should be sufficient. So the Dark Matter Cannon does this. Yeah, so the Dark Matter Cannon has a bit of a wind-up time with its firing function. But once it does fire the projectile, it basically fires like a black hole, or like some antimatter shades, fuck if I know. It's something. And once the projectile collides with a floor or a ceiling or a wall, it basically spawns... No, it doesn't really spawn, but functionally it turns into a black hole that sucks enemies into it. And if you can aim it well, it can actually kill even a Cyber Demon with a single shot. But yeah. That's basically all there is to Satanic Gameshow Deluxe at the moment. So, thanks to everyone who tuned in for tuning in, and yeah, not much else to say really. Hope you're looking forward to this. I sure am. My first gameplay mod, like, ever for Doom. And while it's been a learning process, an extremely frustrating one at times, I mean, just developing this thing, it's been kinda scary and exciting in equal amounts. But, yeah. So that's gonna do it for the stream today. So once again, thanks for tuning in to anyone who did. And yeah, Satanic Game Show Deluxe open beta coming soon-ish. So that's it for the stream. Thank you once again. I'm saying thank you way too much. Anyway, bye.